Alright, I started framing out what's going to go in the side of the wall for my AC. I had to get it in before I could frame it up. FedEx was playing basketball with them, so I got a damaged one. It took a while to get another one back. These window units, I don't know about you, but I've had some that were notorious about wanting to dribble a little bit around the front. So I use some of that window seal. This will be on the outside, and the siding will overlap. And then I use more of this on the outside. But I'm trying to seal that up for it won't damage anything. If it starts to dribble in the front, then I'll notice it a lot quicker, as opposed to it getting down in the wall. On the front, what I'll do is use a light foil tape and go around, so that way it won't get to the wood. If it does anything, it'll dribble down the front and I can spot it, catch it quicker if it ever decides to start dribbling. I got this specific 8000 BTU because it had some features that I liked. I don't like window units that run all the time, and this one's got a remote temperature sensor, does a lot of other cool things. So I waited specifically for this model and looked for it. Unfortunately, it's made in China, so there's no telling how it's going to hold up. I hate buying crap made from China. These days it's unfortunate that you can't buy anything American made anymore. Alright, I took the AC out. You can see what I did to the bottom. Most window units have a rail or something like that that sits in the sill of a window. So I just gouged that out all the way across. This one doesn't have one that goes all the way across, but I went ahead and did it anyway in case in the future if I ever have to replace it and it has the style that goes all the way across, and I've got it covered. I've still got to do the top side. I haven't gotten that done. Then I'll just have to mark on the siding and frame it in and then cut out for it. Alright, I finally got all the siding done, thank God. I was ready to be done with that. I got my equipment shelter door in. That worked out pretty well. I'd never hung one of these before. I've got to run a little notch in the back of my siding for that. That'll keep everything nice and dry in here. Keep the weather off of it. And I painted in here a little bit while I could get to it. I still, the space right below here is where my electrical breaker box is going to be, and I'll have a small box for my RG6 for like cable, modem, and then whenever I get on cable, then I've got a junction box to keep it dry. This was a used door, so I did repurpose something. I think that's the first major item I've done. I've got to clean it and put new weather strip in, and it was all rotten. It was kind of a little bit cockeyed, but for free you can't complain. I finally got that short wall built on the other side that matches this one, 32 inches deep. Then my cabinets will go in between that. And that's screwed, and I used liquid nails at all the joints. A few angles there I had to contend with, but it wasn't too bad. All I have to do now is blocking up top. Anywhere that I have to nail something up top, you've got to put blocking, like across the bottom here. That's why I don't throw away all my little pieces, and I don't buy those pre-cut 2x4s. They're a little bit shorter. I get the 8-footers, and it generally leaves me enough wood for I can take care of blocking, and I don't have to waste any lumber. I've got the blocking done over here. There's a lot of places you have to do blocking, so don't throw away your scraps. And for you guys paying attention, I was going to put a window right here, but by the time we've calculated the full-size bed, we didn't really have enough wall space for cabinetry or anything like that, so I just went ahead and covered that one up and used it up front. 2 windows in there as opposed to back here. So this wall here I can have storage and cabinetry, And then behind this wall here, between it and the window, I'm going to go ahead and build a small area for storage right there. I think I can give up enough space there. But you see, I haven't got the blocking here, is what I've talked about. I started there, and I've got to go down that wall. I've got it around the bottom at the back, but I've got to get that in, so that's where all them nice short pieces come in to play. I've got to get that front window taped up. It's dribbling a little bit. Those big windows on the nail strip had 2 sets of holes. I used the outside set and caulked along the edge, but there's a little tiny few spots that got the holes, and a little bit of water got through. It wasn't too bad. That's why I painted around those windows to protect them until I do that next dry day. I'll get that done. This weekend it rained like crazy, and today we had a monsoon. Alright, on that same spreadsheet that I used to track the weight, I've got everything I've spent on it. I don't know if you can see that down there. That's what I've got into it so far, $8,691.12. So I'm well within my budget. I don't think I'll go over about $11,000 on it. But I saved a lot of money on plumbing. My brother doing it really helped a lot.